You're watching Indonesia Now from Jakarta. Our Asia Watch begins in Taiwan. A tour bus carrying 29 Japanese tourists rolled over on a highway in Changhua County after Typhoon Megi caused landfalls in Taiwan on Tuesday. Authorities said 8 Japanese passengers injured, 2 of them suffered several fractures and were sent to the nearest hospitals for treatment. The accident happened while they were on their way to Taoyuan International Airport. The bus driver said that strong wind lifted up the bus and caused it to fall on its side. At least 5 people were killed and more than 260 were injured after Typhoon Megi's bans on heavy rain and sustained winds of 162 kilometers per hour blanketed the island of Taiwan. More than 8,000 people were evacuated, mostly from mountainous areas, at the risk of landslides or floods. More than 121 flights were delayed and 253 canceled at Taoyuan International Airport. Megi is the 4th typhoon of the year to hit Taiwan. Hundreds of activists gathered outside Hong Kong's government offices Wednesday to mark the 2-year anniversary of the first student-led protests that sparked months of pro-democracy street occupation in the territory. 2 years ago, Hong Kong's streets were shut down for 79 days by pro-democracy activists to oppose the Beijing plans to restrict elections from the semi-autonomous territory in what became known as the Umbrella Movement. On Wednesday, activists and their supporters returned to the former Occupy site, holding up yellow umbrellas and marking the moment when police fired tear gas for the first time at the huge crowds of protesters. Diplomatic relations between Indonesia and the Republic of Korea was established in 1973. Since then, relations between the two countries have developed into various fields. Indonesia Now met the Korean ambassador Cho Tae-yong and talked more about the strategic partnership between two countries.
First of all, let me say that Indonesia and Korea are enjoying excellent relations, no problems at all. So I'm so happy to be an ambassador to this great country. I'm really enjoying my stay in Jakarta. And then I'm doing my best to further strengthen the friendly relations between our two countries. And then it was my honor and then my pleasure to host President Jokowi in Seoul last May.
Is it true that you also invest in the defense of our country? And if so, in what capacity is that?
Indonesia and Korea are cooperating each other in this area. For example, the best example might be the joint program to produce jet fighter.
Yes.
Together. And then we call it IFX, KFX program. It's going well. Target year is 2026, 10 years from now.
I see.
We will begin to use the same jet fighter, military aircraft, jet fighter, jointly produced. Isn't it amazing?
That is amazing.
You know, same jet fighter will fly here and will fly in Korea. And if possible, we will cooperate again each other to export this jointly produced jet fighter to some other countries.
Okay, and let me move on to another topic. With the situation between South Korea and North Korea, how is it affect the bilateral relations with other countries, particularly with Indonesia?
We appreciate very much Indonesian government's role in trying to solve this North Korea's nuclear issue. In a word, I would say North Korea should stop its nuclear program, its missile program. Nobody in the world wants to see one more country with nuclear weapons.
Nobody.
You want to see one more country with nuclear weapons? Scary story.
Yes.
And the borderline between South Korea and North Korea is just 1 hour, 1.5 hour drive from downtown Seoul, Ibukota, Korea. Maybe from Jakarta, you drive for about 1 hour, you reach Bogor.
Bogor, yes.
Bogor, you have enemies. 1.2 million enemies. And they are trying to develop nuclear weapons. What would you do? So Republic of Korea, my country,
Yeah.
in cooperation with international community,
Yes.
did our best to persuade North Korea. Stop. Forget about nuclear weapons. Why are you going for nuclear weapons? Why do you need that? If you open up and join us, become our friends, then you have many friends. We will help you. We want to change North Korea. We want to change North Korea's way of thinking, behavior pattern. North Korea is, these days is talking about dialogue. But at the same time, North Korea is saying this nuclear program, North Korea's nuclear program, cannot be an agenda on the table. This is the most important issue. What good is that kind of dialogue? Not talking about the most important issue. And we believe North Korea is not prepared for real, sincere dialogue. So first, we will change North Korea through strong pressure, and then make North Korea prepared for sincere, real dialogue. Then we will have dialogue with North Korea, and then we will solve these things. So, and then Indonesia, as a member of United Nations, is faithfully implementing United Nations Security Council sanction resolutions. We really appreciate that. So we need to unite in changing North Korea so that people can live in peace. Thank you.
Okay. Now, there is this Korea Festival that is happening right now. Could you explain to us what Korea Festival is? What is the occasion? And it's 1 month long. Why so long?
Yes, Korea Festival 2016
Yes.
is a 1 month long program, acara.
Yeah.
So Korea Culture Festival, Korean Food Festival, Korea Seafood Festival,
Right.
Korea Film Festival, fashion, art
Fashion,
exhibition, taekwondo competition, everything is there.
Exciting.
You can get detailed information from newspapers, or we have the integrated homepage.
I see.
So you can get detailed information. Otherwise, you can contact
South
the
Korean Embassy.
Pusat Kebudayaan Korea di Jakarta.
Or, yeah, Korean Cultural Center.
So I would say 3 things about the Korea Festival this year. First, it is very comprehensive festival, as I told you. Culture, film, food, fashion, taekwondo, sports, everything.
Yeah.
And second, this year we visit other cities than Indonesia, than Jakarta. So we go to Surabaya,
covering all
Bandung,
country.
many other cities. And then third, this Korea Festival, even though the name is Korea, it is a two-way festival.
collaboration.
So, for example, fashion shows and many other events will be participated by artists and people from our two
From both
countries.
Indonesia and
Yeah,
Korea.
so comprehensive, and then not just in Jakarta, and two-way cooperation, two-way exchange.
Yes.
Bukan satu arah.
Bukan satu arah. This is very interesting, but as I see it now, it is more directed towards the young. I mean, South Korea has been our friend for such a long time, and it's not just K-pop or all the food and the things that we know about it with the K-wave and everything. What about the traditional Korea? The one that, you know, is that's something that is also part of the festival?
Of course, like in Indonesia, we Korean people too try to cherish our traditional culture.
Yes.
we are doing our best. And then actually we are introducing our traditional culture to foreigners too.
Yes.
We have a center in Korea under the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism,
Right.
whose mission is to preserve, cherish traditional culture. So I would like to advise Indonesian people to visit Korea and then to have a taste of Korean culture, a lot different from Indonesian traditional culture. So Korea is not just a country of Korean wave, K-wave.
Yes.
It has a long history, more than 4,000 years. Long history.
Long history.
And then very deep culture. So I want you to come and enjoy, taste Korean traditional culture. And then next time, I will try to invite the cultural art group, Trupe, to come to Jakarta or to other Indonesian cities and to perform here.
The 2016 Korea Festival kicked off Friday with the theme Creative Korea. Its aim is to introduce other dimensions of Korea's cultural wave. More of Indonesia Now shortly will take you to experience a children's movie theater and take a stroll at the natural pine forest in South Sumatra.